Some women don't chase, and yet, they are never forgotten. Their absence lingers like a ghost, their silence louder than any declaration of love. For the man who believes he holds dominion over desire, nothing unsettles him more than the woman who does not belong to him. In the quiet chambers of his psyche, he wears many masks. Outwardly, he may seem composed, confident, untouchable. Yet beneath, his ego trembles when confronted with a truth he cannot control, that no amount of charm, pressure, or persistence can force the feminine spirit to surrender. Carl Jung once wrote that what we repress does not disappear, it returns, wearing darker clothes. When a woman refuses to belong to him, she awakens the shadow he tries desperately to bury. In that moment, he is faced with his most primitive wound, the terror of not being enough. First emotional turning point, he hides this wound. He disguises it with indifference, with arrogance, with laughter that feels just a little too sharp. But in the late hours, when silence wraps itself around him, he feels it. The absence, the mystery, the haunting reminder that desire cannot be demanded. He begins to project, turning her independence into cruelty, her silence into rejection, her mystery into betrayal. But these are only mirrors, reflecting his own fractured self. Second emotional turning point. In his anima, the unconscious feminine within, he longs for union, for the soothing presence that heals his chaos. Yet when the living embodiment of that anima stands before him and refuses possession, he is forced to confront his own brokenness. She is no longer a woman to conquer, but an archetype of freedom, stirring both his yearning and his rage. He hides the truth, that what he craves is not her body, but the wholeness he has lost within himself. Third emotional turning point. And so he turns to gains. He may withdraw, to punish her silence. He may chase harder, intoxicated by the hunt. He may even try to diminish her, hoping to shrink what he cannot hold. But the paradox deepens. The more he struggles, the more he becomes ensnared in the very absence he wishes to escape. For it is not she who is trapped, it is him. He hides the desperation that grows in the shadows of his heart, the forbidden truth that she is not his to own. Shift toward empowerment. For the woman, the lesson is not in bending, not in softening to ease his unrest. Her power lies in the refusal to collapse into his need. Detachment becomes her crown, mystery her shield. She does not seek to wound, but neither does she betray her own soul by offering it where it is not honored. In her silence, she becomes the mirror of his unhealed shadow. And in her distance, she awakens him to the painful work of individuation, the journey of becoming whole without possession. Cinematic liberation ending. The truth he hides is that her refusal terrifies him, not because she rejects him, but because she reveals him, to himself. And she, the woman who does not belong, walks with a power beyond conquest. For she knows a secret older than desire itself. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more.